Steve and Terry Hayes married young.
I just turned 17. It wasn't a good marriage. It was, we took advantage and we didn't respect each other, and we did a lot of wrong things. We both drank a lot. And when I drank until I couldn't drink anymore.
I got into drugs, it started out small. You do crank or crystal meth. It's something stupid. You do it once, and it keep calling you back.
Drugs and alcohol were not the Hayes' only problems.
Steve and I never had any friends together. We had separate lives. We lived in the same house, but we both went our own separate ways.
We stopped communicating, talking, it just seemed to me like we was nowhere even close to the same page anymore.
Steve and Terry remained miserably married for 30 years. In 2003, Terry hit her breaking point.
After 30 years, I decided I couldn't stand it anymore. Things weren't going to change. They were always going to be the same way. So it was just time for me to leave. So I did. One day I just got up and left.
Even after the divorce was final, the two kept in touch for the sake of their grown son. But soon, Terry and Steve were dating other people. At her cousin's funeral, Terry started to realize something was missing in her life.
The preacher preached his service, and he said one line. He said, "It doesn't matter how many good deeds you do in your life, how many people you help across the street, till you've been saved, you won't go to heaven." And that weighed on my mind more than anything. No, God was never a part of my life. I thought God was something that was for everybody else. I didn't know how to reach out. I didn't know how to get him into my life. I knew that something was missing, but I didn't know how to get it, and I didn't know where to go to get it.
3 years later, Terry's friends persuaded her to join them on a missions trip to the Gulf Coast. They were going to restore houses, something Terry loved to do. On the last night, she sat in a church service by the lake.
Pastor Brown, he did the invitational, and he said, "Anybody that wants to be saved, just come on up right now, and the Lord's ready." And I sat there, and all of a sudden, it was like God said to me, he said, "I got you here, the perfect place. This is it. It's your turn. Come on home." And I went up front, and somebody came up with me, and they said, "All you have to do is repeat the good confession that Jesus is the Christ, my Lord and Savior." And I did that. And when I did that, it was physical. He came into my heart. It shook me. My heart opened up. It was on fire. It was just bright. It was white. It was clean. It was light. It was awesome. And from that day forward, my life has changed.
Terry began praying for a godly man, a man to love and marry and grow old with.
My life was changed, and I wanted somebody to share it with, to spend the rest of my life with, a good Christian man, to go to church and believe the same things I believed.
Terry told Steve she had become a Christian. He noticed an immediate change in her and even started going to church.
He saw changes in me, and I think he wanted part of that change.
So I look forward to going to church.
Steve, too, became a Christian and was baptized 6 months later.
To see him baptized, it was an awesome thing, because I knew the feeling that I got when I was baptized, the cleanliness and the forgiveness and the warmth and the love and acceptance. And I wanted him to have that, and to see the change come over him. And just to see him walk away from that, it's awesome. God can do anything.
Including answer Terry's prayer for a godly husband.
And that's what I prayed for. And he's cleaned Steve up, and he sent Steve back to me. And it's just my do-over. I get to do it again.
I wasn't for sure we could get along. I was not sure we could get along. But I seen, going to church with her and everything. She's got something going here, something special. And, I wanted to be a part of that.
After 5 years, Steve and Terry were married again on October 4th, 2008.
It was fantastic. The best part of the wedding, besides us getting married, was my whole family was there. And everybody sees the change. Everybody knows that this is the next 30 years. When
I first got a glimpse of her, it just blew me away. It just, it was like for the first time. All the air just left me. It's a great feeling.
Our marriage is different this time because now I've got a friend. Steve wants to be my friend. He wants to be around me. He's not always looking to go someplace else, and we're on the same path this time. God is very large in our life now. We go to church. and we talk about the Bible. God is everything. God is acceptance, and God is love, and He's peace, and He's everything you ever wanted in life. There is no need to look anyplace else. God is what you need. Everybody needs Him.